Hey, what's up, my friends? In today's episode, I'm going to be sharing with you the 4 pillars to building a successful business in 2023. No matter what type of business that you have, if you are an entrepreneur, a small business owner, a home business owner, if you're network marketing, I've worked with many people in the network marketing industry as well too. No matter what business that you're building, these 4 pillars that I'm going to be breaking down today are the core and foundation to any type of growth and success when you think about consistency and just sustainability in business, especially in today's economy, 2023. I'm going to be breaking that down, so stay with me here. But when you think about a car, right? When you think about a car, when you think about your own body, right? There are some things that are really key and essential, really, to keep that car going, to keep your body going and thriving and living, right? So when you think about a car, right, what comes to mind when you think about pillars? And when I say the word pillars, what I mean by that word pillars, when you think about a structure of a building, those columns, the pillars are what hold the structure up. The pillars are what holds up the car, really, to keep it going and intact. You have the frame, you need the engine, you need the transmission, you need the wheels, right, in order for that car to run. And same thing with our bodies. Like, we have these core like organs and functions. We need our brain, we need our guts, we need our liver, we need all these things to perform and do the things that only that part of your body knows how to do in order to run properly. The same holds true in our businesses, my friends. So today I'm going to be breaking down and sharing with you the 4 pillars that you need to keep in mind in order to be building a successful and thriving business, especially in today's economy and this year, 2023 and beyond. This is also going to work beyond, because again, these pillars are the foundation. They're the core. They are not going to change no matter what economy or, the time that we're in. So if we're meeting for the first time, hello, welcome. My name is Melissa Kibler. I've been in business now for myself for almost 8 years now. I was a former teacher turned entrepreneur. And who am I to talk to you today, right? Who am I to share this information? Well, over the past 8 years, I've had the opportunity to really work with hundreds and hundreds of personal students of mine across multiple companies, across multiple industries, multiple different backgrounds. And I'm also personally working and building my own business to this day. So everything that I teach and train on are the things that I'm actually implementing myself in my business from my own experiences and from what I'm gathering as well too from my students, what's working, what's effective, and what's not. So welcome. And also too, just a little bit about me and kind of what I'm all about is I'm all about, obviously working smarter, not harder, but I firmly believe that you and me, all of us, we were born to thrive in life and in business. So what I'm all about, what you can get from me here on this page, on this channel, is I'm going to be able to help you. I want to help you in building a thriving business online. That's what I'm doing. That's what I continue to do. But most importantly, in thinking about a thriving business, I want you to keep things super simple. I want you to be profitable, and I want you to have fun along this journey too. So I'm going to be sharing all things like alignment, flow, organization. When you think about just even brand clarity, social media strategies, I firmly believe like once you are aligned, it's going to get you in flow. It's going to get you connected to have that true success, in growth in your business. So let me know if you're with me here. Drop a comment. And also too, make sure that you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. So that way you're going to be notified of the latest episode. I plan on releasing a new episode every single week, diving deeper into the areas I may be talking about today and also other areas as well too. So you're not going to want to miss out on that. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be great. And I always believe too, I want to be able to build this with you together as a community to learn from one another. Again, I'm a human. I don't have all the answers. I'm just going to share with you what's been working throughout my 8 years of being in business, and also, again, sharing what's been working for the people that I work with as well, too. So you have the inside scoop, my friend. How exciting is that? So let's go ahead and dive in today, shall we? Let's go ahead and dive into the 4 pillars. And I was actually going back and forth. Do I give them all the pillars at once, or do I break them all down separately? Here's the thing. I'm going to be completely honest with you. If I share the first pillar, I may lose you. And you'll see what I mean in just a second, because I'm going to share with you the 4 pillars. And then if you are in it to win it this year, right? If you're in it to be like, you know what? I'm going to just throw away that old way of thinking. And I'm here with a fresh new perspective. I'm here to learn. I'm here to implement. This is going to be so essential in my business, understanding these 4 pillars. Stick along for the ride, my friends, because here I'm going to break down. If you're taking notes, I want you to make notes. These are the 4 pillars that you're going to want to make sure that you continue to build and create and have intact for a thriving business, for yourself, right? And for your team as well, too. So here's the 4 pillars. I'm just going to give them to you straight. The first pillar, when you think about the pillars of a building, right? I'm talking about the pillars now. They're going to hold your business up. Are going to be you. It's going to be your DMO, your daily mode of operation. It's going to be systems that you have in place. And it's also going to be culture. So I gave them to you, but here's what I want you to do. If you stick around with me, my friends, I'm going to be breaking down the key, most important things that I really, really need you to be committed to in each of these areas. So when you not only have these 4 pillars in place and even just top of mind right now in building your business, this is what it can do for you. After you finish up watching this training in live, this training today, just by understanding this concept, this is how it can help you. This is how powerful it can be, my friends. Okay. So that way it's going to help you to keep your business super, super simple. I could have said 5 pillars, 6 pillars. No. I'm saying there's only 4 pillars. There's 4 pillars. I'm going to keep it super, super simple. So at any time in your business that you feel overwhelmed, stressed out, your business isn't flowing as smoothly as you would like, and just something's kind of off, you're challenged a little bit, I can almost guarantee you that it's going to come down to each one of these 4 areas. How crazy is that when you really think about the tried and true, in business? And also too, what's important about really understanding these 4 pillars and building a successful business, even online, offline, online, it doesn't really, either way, it works. I'm personally building my business online because I want more leverage and automation, in my life, working smarter, not harder. But also what's really important with these 4 pillars is you're also, when you have challenges, like you're going to be able to dial in the area so quickly where you're going to be able to even just pivot and get back on track, because we all know sometimes, like when things don't happen the way that we want, I know I'm guilty of that, like in the past, where you tend to, what do most people do? They tend to fall off. They tend to retreat. They tend to slow down. And we all know that's not very helpful, right? When it comes to consistent and sustainable, like business growth and success. So are you guys ready to dive in with me? Are you guys ready to now dive into each of the 4 pillars? Let me know in the comments below, and let me know. And also too, just again, I want to learn from you as well too. I'm human. I don't have all the answers, but I'm going to give you again, what I found to be true over my, the years that I've been in business. So the first pillar, I want to talk about the first pillar being you. And this is why I didn't want to just start with this. I wanted to give you all of them, because if most people are like, oh yeah, I've heard of this before, it all starts with me, yada, 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 I'd lose everybody, right? But when you think about your business, when you think about a car, right? Like when you think about yourself, as a human being, we got to be able to fill ourselves up first before we put it back out in business. And trust me, over the years, that was the last thing on my mind, because if you're anything like me, like a high achiever, a go-getter, you're going to do what it takes, figure things out. I was in hustle mode. I was go, doing all the things, looking for that tactical thing to bring in more consistent, leads and sales in my business, but doing so in a way where, to be honest, like I burnt myself out. And that's exactly what I do not want for you is to have any of those feelings of being burnt out, of just being drained and wanting to throw in the towel on yourself and your business. Like, I know you, if you're here watching, you're here because you know that you are meant for more. You know that there's things inside of you that you have so much potential, and it's just the very, very beginning. Even if you had tons and tons of success, you know that there's still more, right? You know it because we're both wired to always strive to be better, right? I know I am. We're both just wired to try to be our best and to grow every single day. And what leaders do, it is not only on us, but this is like a ripple effect down into our teams as well too. So here's what I want you to think about when it comes to the first pillar. You Inc. Do you have things in place right now and things that are going to fuel you up? And if you don't, start asking yourself the question, what gives me energy? What fuels me up, right? I'm hoping that you can sense my energy and my excitement right now. That's how I want you to be able to show up, either in your post or your Facebook lives or in your business. And granted, I don't have this energy every single day, but it definitely helps when we can fuel ourselves up first. So a couple of things that I know that have helped me in the past, the things that give me the fuel is when I exercise, when I take care of me, when I fuel my body with good nutrition. Sometimes it's just going outside for a walk. So you know what? It doesn't have to be this lengthy extent of time. It doesn't have to be a set, long amount of time. It can just be a little bit. But all I'm saying is, all I want you to do is make sure that you are making a time in your day, in your week, especially I would say daily, for that self-care. What might that look like? And here's one more last thing that I'm going to say to this before I move on to the second pillar is I'm just using exercise as an example, but I always kind of was challenged, kind of struggled with being consistent exercising. I always know, I gotta exercise. I know it's good for me as far as just being fit and healthy. Some people exercise because they want to lose weight. I had to actually have a total kind of mindset shift when it came to exercise. Do we all know, I'm sure we could all just understand and relate to the fact that we all have these ebbs and flows in our business. We all have these emotional ups and downs. I call it it's the emotional roller coaster. You don't want to stay in, we have the peaks and the valleys. We don't want to stay in the peak. We don't want to stay in the valley. We gotta be able to stay kind of level-headed in the middle. So that way, no matter what's thrown at us, because I always say sometimes, yes, business can burn you out, the things if you're spread too thin. But for me too, sometimes it wasn't my business burning me out. It was life. It was life burning me out, the things, and wearing all the hats as a mom and trying to figure out my teenager, all these things, it's hard, and it continues to be hard. And I came to a point in my life where I can choose to shut down. I can press that easy button for today and kind of opt out, or you know what, I have the choice to press the hard button. And you know what leaders do? You know what entrepreneurs do? Those that are truly just successful, they press the hard button. They choose to lean into the hard. They choose to lean into the discomfort. They choose to lean into the pain. So here's how I'm thinking about exercise differently. Sometimes it's not always easy or comfortable or convenient, for me to exercise, to fit in everything in my day, but I'm choosing to put that first. I'm choosing to make it a priority. I'm choosing to make that a commitment, because I know if I lean into the hard there, if I lean into the hard in these areas of self-care that I know are so important, to keep my body just healthy and thriving, just imagine what that might do in other areas of your life, in relationships, in your business, right? Because we know our business stems from relationships as well too. So the more that you can fill your cup, the more that it's going to give you that energy, that motivation, that drive, that attitude of I can do this, right? Even if life is hard today, I can do this. And I'm choosing to press the hard button because I know most people in our society today, 90% or more, I would say, choose to press the easy button. So I want to challenge you. I want to know, which one are you? Are you going to press the easy button or are you going to press the hard button? And in terms of that you pillar, what you're going to do for yourself, that's going to create that ripple effect for your business. All right, enough of a rant. I'm going to kind of move on, but I just had to put that one out there because I know I've struggled with that in the past of just being kind of consistent and putting myself first. And it was it was hard for me. And I continue to kind of like work through that, but I can notice the difference. I can notice the difference, not only just in myself and the energy that I show up with, and also in my business. So that's what I want to say for the you pillar. Again, we need all of these pillars to hold our business up. When one pillar is off, it's going to kind of feel like this. You're going to feel it in your business. You're going to feel like something is off. You're going to feel like your business isn't running as smoothly as you'd like. And just like I mentioned in the very beginning, if you kind of notice that your business is off, you're going to be able to pivot real fast. You're going to be able to evaluate real fast and be like, okay, Melissa talked about the 4 pillars that hold up my business, you being one of them. And if that area is kind of lacking a little bit, guess what you got to do? Put a little bit more attention here, making sure that that's a priority throughout your day and your week and just your overall kind of like daily mode of operation, which is the second pillar. The second pillar, if you're taking notes, is your DMO. And that stands for daily mode of operation. Those are the things that you do on a day-to-day, a weekly basis, the things that you do that are going to help your business growth. Now, I do want to kind of differentiate a little bit here. Sometimes we think of daily mode of operation that is different than your income producing activities. Your daily mode of operation is just the day-to-day, how you show up, your day, like just as it implies, your mode of operation, right? There might be things that you do in your business, but it doesn't have a direct result or as far as like making you money in your business. Sometimes we got to like do certain things in our business, but they're not exactly like money making. Maybe it's admin stuff, or it's creating graphics or whatever that, that looks like for you, website design. Like, yes, on the back end, it makes us money, but right now, if I were to be doing that right now, it's not making me money in my business. So I want you to think about this. First of all, I want you to think about, do you have a DMO? Do you have some things that just brain dump some things that you do in your business on a day-to-day? Maybe it is part of your daily mode of operation when you wake up. Maybe it has something to do with like your morning routine. Maybe that's part of your flow, right? And here's what I want you to think about. Within your daily mode of operation, though, this is going to be so key and important to differentiate what are your income producing activities. Those are the non-negotiables that go under pillar 2. Okay. Pillar 2 is your DMO, your daily mode of operation. But within that, specifically, what are the things that you are doing that are income producing activities that will grow your business? And you might, again, already have, you may already be aware of this. For some people, it's having conversations. It's talking to people that are qualified, that are a fit for your product or service. Sometimes, income producing activity could be following up the people that say, yes, I want to take a look, but they didn't buy yet. So you're following up with them, or you do have customers and you're following up with them to see how do they like the product, and seeing if there's other products or other products that might benefit them with what they're going on or what's going on in their life right now. So those are the types of income producing activities. It also is posting, marketing yourself. Are you showing up? Are you visible so people know what the heck it is that you do, so they know who you are, what you do, how you help somebody, and how, right? Just how to do it all. So those are some ideas in terms of the second pillar. Okay, the second pillar, we have you and we have your DMO, the things that you are doing in your business. Now, if you're still with me here, let me know what you're getting from this so far. I'd love And definitely comment over on the blog, share this episode too. If you're finding some value and tag me in it, that's where I can really just engage with you. I love checking out what you have to say as well too, and learning from each other. But the fourth pillar that's really key and essential in holding your business up is, especially if you are in business to grow a big business, right? I'm not talking to those if you're just looking for a couple $100 and you're just like a little teeny little business, right? I'm looking for those of you that have big dreams, big targets, big goals. You want to build a big, thriving business, a passive type maybe business, something that you're really creating this legacy for yourself, for your family. If that is you want to make sure that you have systems in place. That is my pillar number 3, is you got to have systems in place, because if you insert yourself everywhere, if you're the person for everything and you are spreading yourself too thin, guess what that then leads to? Burnout, right? We don't want that. We don't want the burnout. We don't want to be just mentally and physically drained to the point of just not wanting to work our business. So we got to have systems in place. And when I say the word systems, when I hear the word systems, I interpret that as like flow. I interpret that as my business running smoothly. I think leverage and automation, working smarter, not harder. So when you think of systems, I want you to think of the processes in your business, either that you're going to create or your company has already created, that basically you do one time and you can use that over and over and over again. So for an example, a system might be, especially if you're growing a team in network marketing, when you get a new customer, when you get a new team member, you might have some next steps, some getting started steps. And again, if it's something that you're repeating to the same new customer every single time, guess what you might do? Or guess what's already in place maybe from your team system. You might have some videos or next steps, maybe like a document, a PDF, something that they can plug into. That's a system, my friends, right? So that's part of your system. Now, you might have a system for your follow-up. You might have a system as far as working with your upline, crossline team members on maybe some group chats, 3-way like group chats to help with support and credibility and influence. Again, that's a system because you're not doing it alone. You're working with other people. So that's what I kind of want you to think about when it comes to systems. One last thing too, another thing when I think more leverage and automation, and again, you may not be at this point here at this time in your business, but as you grow and as you acquire a bigger team, you might also have like an email autoresponder or a text message like blast that you put out. I know I have that set up and other teams also use and leverage that as well too. Again, it's something that I do one time. I might have a message and if it makes sense, right? Don't necessarily need that personal touch, but it can still come across very personal. I create it one time and it goes out to the masses. So that's what I talk about when it comes to the fourth pillar with systems. Now, the fourth and final, last but not least, pillar that I'm going to share with you, the fourth pillar that really helps and is key and essential in building a successful business is you got to have a great culture, business culture, team culture. No matter what business you're in, if you're building or selling something, what is the culture look like? How are your customers supported? What do you want them to think of you when they could have went to anybody else? What sets you apart? Is it the support? Is it how you're taking care of them? Same thing with team members. When team members come on board, you want to think about what's going to keep them around. Is your culture fun? Is it positive? Is it supportive? Is it inspiring, motivating? Does it challenge them in a good way? Does it motivate them? All the things, right? So when it comes to culture, the people that you work with, I want you to think about like the overall experience. What do you want them to feel when they're a part of your community? And that again stems down and comes back to you. We can be that leader. You and I can be that leader and that role model to show them this is what it's like, right? Because now you're setting the example. So when the next person comes in, they know, right? They know, like, and you can also, this is something that I know that works for some people, for me as well, is especially with a team, you might come up with some core values that maybe your company has core values already, which all of them do typically, that you can embody and bring into yours, or you can create your own kind of team core values, and maybe so they know and they understand what they are. And it could be like, we are a team of, we're positive, we're problem solvers, we help each other out, we support each other. So that's what I'm talking about when it comes to culture. It's the overall feel and experience of the community that you're creating, the community that you're building and creating together as a team. That's so key and essential, right? Because if people don't feel supported, if they feel like they're around like negative Nancy's all day long, do you think they really want to be there? No, right? And also a culture, especially if you're building network marketing or you have a culture where you have customers and you have team members, it's a culture where you're just meeting everybody where they're at as well too, no pressure. So that way you're not pressuring these customers to build a business with you. If they're just happy being a customer, right? And they're going to feel it. Sometimes they want to be a part of that culture where it's just so fun and they're just supporting each other and learning from each other. And they just have a place, right? Where it almost feels like home, right? You want them to have fun. You want it to be inviting, but that's what I mean by culture, my friends. So those are the 4 pillars that really make up a really truly a thriving business. Any type of business, you need these 4 components. Okay, it's got to have your pillar, yourself, what you're going to pour into you, self-care, your DMO, daily mode of operations, the things that you're doing in your business that helps with that direct, business growth, income producing activities. You need systems, and you also need to have culture, right? A positive, warm, inviting, just a really overall great culture, that experience. Okay. So those are the four pillars. I hope you got some value today. Let me know if you did. Let me know if there's anything that you do that I didn't mention today that's working for you in each of the 4 pillars that I laid out for you. Let me know what's working for you, what's been effective for you. Again, I'm human. I'm not perfect. I really believe that we can all come together and learn from each other. I have such an abundance mindset, and I hope you do too. And that's really what it takes, forward facing kind of thinking and just doing this together. We were meant to do this together. And you, my friend, you were born to thrive. You were born to thrive, in life. I'm sure you know this. You know this. Born to thrive in life and in your business. So I want you to do this. I want this for you. And I hope you do too, to build a thriving business. I'm here to support you and do it in a way where it's simple, it's profitable, and fun. So those are my words for you today. Make it a great day, my friends. Make it a great day. And we'll chat again soon. Take care.